And we're going to see why. Did you ever know why cats chase mice and want to get them? I don't know if you knew this, but it's a medrash in Parshas Noach. In the beginning, during the times of Adam HaRishon, cats and mice lived in the same house of Adam HaRishon. And they were good. They got along with each other. Oh, there goes a mouse. Yeah, it's a true misa. Yeah, that's a mouse. Wow. And then one day, the mouse went to Adam HaRishon. Please, please, that cat wants to kill me. He's a thief. He's a crook. He wants to get me. Adam HaRishon said to him, what? You're speaking Lashon Hara about your friend in order to kill him? Now he's gonna eat you. You will be his food. And with that, the cat jumped on the mouse and killed him. That's right, ate him. Burp, that was good. When the mouse's wife and children saw that, they ran to hide in the mountaintops, in all crevices and rocks. Years later, the Dor HaMabul came, and Noach was commanded to take 2 or 7, depending. And sure enough, there were 7 kosher animals and 2 non-kosher animals. And as the mice were being brought into the teva, the cat said to his wife, oh, I remember a long time ago. I was a young baby, and my daddy gave me that little thing to eat. Oh, did that taste good? Yummy in the tummy! Let's go after it! And when the mouse saw that this cat is chasing, it ran into the teva. It went down in a little hole. And sure enough, the cat tried to get it with its paws. Tried to get it, but couldn't get it. My gosh. Then an unbelievable thing happened. You're not going to believe this. But the cat reached through, because the mouse was in a little crevice, in a crack, and it scratched the bottom lip and caused a big boo-boo on the mouse. Later on, the mouse went running to Noach. Noach, please help me, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, I know you give me cheese, but I got this bad mark over here, which the cat tried to get me. And it's not fair. We're supposed to live here in peace. It's not fair. We're supposed to live on afterwards. That's why you brought us here. Okay, I hear. I tell you what, bring me a hair from the cat. Not a rabbit, no. A hair from the cat, and I'll sew up with stitches. Thank you so much, Noach. You're a real tzaddik. You care about all your animals. And sure enough, he was able to get better. But there's a question Rabbi Zilberstein asks. How was he able to steal a hair from the cat? How could he do such a thing? And the answer is, of course, you guys know, because everybody had a right to live after the flood. Had he been hurt, there would be no mice left in the world. And that's a true misa for all of you to know. Anyways, let's get back to this. You're not going to believe it. I've got a story about one of the greatest people ever to live. And his name was Moshe. He lived in different countries. He lived in Spain. He lived in Egypt. He lived in Morocco. And 10 days ago was his yahrzeit. None other than the Rambam. That's right. Unbelievable person. As a matter of fact, I and my wife were in Eretz Yisrael, in the city of Tveria, where the Rambam is buried. And it says on his kever, Mimoshe ad Moshe leikom k'Moshe. From Moshe Rabbeinu till the Rambam, there was none that stood like Moshe. So this is really a true story. It's amazing.
All stories are true, Ramesha.
All their stories
are true.
based on a true story that could have happened. No, but this is a real one. This story took place with the Rambam. And the Rambam, by the way, just to give you an idea how holy he was, when the Rambam died, he was nifter, so he was being taken to his final burial place. And all of a sudden, a bunch of Arabs saw what was going on. Allah ich bin Mashiach. Allah ich bin Mashiach. Look what's going on. Let's chase after him. Let's get him. And everybody that was with the Rambam, taking him to his burial place, they all left as fast as they could. And the Arabs saw this. The donkey was the only one with the Rambam on it. Donkey has the Rambam on. And you want to know what he did? According to this opinion, the donkey took the Rambam's body all the way to the city of Tveria. And there, the rabbis that were there knew that this is where the Rambam, the Heilige Rambam, should be buried. Not everybody agrees with this opinion, but a lot of people do, especially me. I was in Tveria last Sukkot, so I kind of agree with that. Anyways, we have an amazing story about the Rambam. The Rambam became so famous that Jews and non-Jews alike went to see him. The Rambam, not only was he great in Torah, he wrote so many great svarim. The Moreh Nevuchim, he wrote so many svarim. The Rambam himself, his day was crazy busy. On Shabbos, he would speak to people to give them advice. Anyways, there was the Rambam, and the Rambam was so sought after, so wanted, that the Sultan in Egypt, and later on in Morocco, they said, Sir Moshe, we would like you to become our personal advisor, advising us everything in war and also more. And if you could please be my personal physician doctor, because sometimes I have a boo-boo and I have no way to fix the boo-boo, and I need a doctor to fix my boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo? Yeah, Yogi. So that's what the Rambam wanted him for. Now, the Rambam was very famous, and he was very important. As a matter of fact, the Rambam, there were other advisors, you're not going to believe this, who were jealous of the Rambam becoming famous. Ibel Siddle Tiddle Middle was one of them. Rakel Bakel Lakel Yakel was another of them. And secretly they said, it is not fair. Why should the Sultan take this Jew over us? Why, we know all the secrets of medicine. We know the secrets that will make him medicine. Why does he choose a Jew over us? I don't know. I don't know what we can do, boss. We've got to do something about it. And I'm talking serious stuff. Yeah, boss, what are we going to do? Okay? We got to get rid of him. What did you say? Rid? As in R-I-D? Got to get rid of him. But how are we going to do it? Well, there's always some easy things to do, like poison him. Poison? You would do that to the Rambam? Yeah. And I could frame him and say that he was going to poison the Sultan himself. But, boss, how are you going to do that? I've got my plan. I've got my plan. First thing I got to do is go to the Sultan. So he makes an appointment with the Sultan. Your Highnessly Majesty, Klapasi, when can I speak to you? Yeah, what is it, Raj? You're not going to believe this. Please sit down on your throne. Yeah, what is it, Raj? You know you like the Rambam so much? Yeah, I do. He's a nice guy. Well, guess what? What if I tell you that the Rambam is planning to poison you? What? Me to poison? That means I'll be finished? I don't believe it. I can't believe he would do such a thing. As a matter of fact, I'm so positive he won't. Guess what? If it's true, fine. I'll replace you to take all his jobs. But if it's not true, you will be hanging on a rope for your death for all to see. Because don't mess with my Rambam. No problem. I'll be back tomorrow. But first, let's call the Rambam here. Okay, men, let's get the Rambam here, please. The Rambam was very busy. He was learning Torah. He was writing notes. And the Rambam was called by none other than the Sultan himself. Hello, Rabbi Moshe. How are you, Your Majesty? Okay, I don't know how to say this to you, but we've got an accusation against you. The accusation is that someone said that you're trying to poison me. Who would say such a thing? Far be it from me to do that. I would never say such a thing. I would never do such a thing. Well, this man right over here, Raj Kaj Bahaj Talaj, he says, and guess what? He's going to prove it tomorrow. What? But what do you mean? He's going to prove it. Both of you can walk out of here now. See me tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. You got that? As they were walking out, Raj Taj Kaj Bahaj says, oh, great Rambam, today's your last day on earth. I'm going to prove that you wanted to poison the king. You will see tomorrow. There'll be a lottery, a raffle. Yeah, you guys like raffles. And on one paper it'll say death. And on the other paper, it'll say life. And I'm so positive you will be dead tomorrow at this time. Ha, 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 ha. The Rambam couldn't believe what he was hearing. How is he so positive that I'm going to die tomorrow? He's laughing. He feels so confident. How could it be? No way! The Rambam went home. He had so many patients to take care of. He had an astrological formula to put in the sky. He had so much work to do. Finally, he said, Shema, went to sleep. And the next morning, after davening, it bothered the Rambam. How is it that he is so sure that I am not going to be alive? How is it possible? Are you talking? Sure enough, they come. Rambam came 5 minutes early. He was there 10:25. And there was the Sultan. And there was, with a snickery smile, here are the two pieces. Here are the two pieces, Rambam! Say your last prayers! I can't wait to take your jobs. Can't wait. All of a sudden, the Rambam had a piece of Ruach HaKodesh come to him. Okay. I got it. And the Rambam took one of the papers, lifted it up, and Rosh Hashanah says, let's see what it says. And the Rambam looked at it, and the Sultan was looking at it, and then the Rambam went, curled it up, put it in his mouth, nom, 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 without saying a bracha. Anybody know what the bracha would be? Shahakol niyar bidvaroi. That's right. Shahakol niyar bidvaroi. But the Rambam didn't say any brachas, and he's chewing on it and chewing on it, and it's not going to be a spitball. No way. And then the Rambam says, now I will lift up the other paper. And the Rambam lifts up the paper and gives it to the Sultan, and the Sultan says, oh, this says death. That means the one that you took before said life, which means this death note was for Rash Kash Bahash Kalash, and it is empty for him. Quick, men! Grab Rash Kash Bahash Kalash, grab him! No! I admit, I shouldn't have done it! Too late, buddy. Too late. That's the last we're going to see of you. Good riddance. Goodbye. Zygazoo, over and out. And that's one of the famous stories of the brilliance of the great Rambam. Unbelievable person that he was. 10 days ago was his yahrzeit. And anybody ever in Tveria in Israel? Thumbs up if you were. Anybody? You'll see his kever there. Wow. You'll see his kever next to Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, next to other great tzaddikim, the Shalah. It's unbelievable. And now we're going to continue with, is Rabbi Taub there?
Yes, he is. Rabbi Taub is here. And we're going to find him. And I would ask to spotlight Rabbi Taub. Identify yourself. We're getting comments. The first thing I would ask our director to allow everybody to unmute and say thank you to Rabbi Blaustein. Over 90 kids, and I see at least 2 on each screen. Some have more than 2. That means there's over 100 people. You see the screens? You see the some of the kids?
See the screen?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Grandchildren.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my Blaustein.
And they get emotional.
Thank you.
Wow. You guys are
Thank you.
Thank
look
you.
who's here. None other than Rabbi Taub,
Thank you, Sadie.
calling from
Everybody,
Queens, New York,
Thank you, Sadie.
formerly the Rov in Buffalo, and formerly a talmid of mine.
Who is this?
Go ahead, Rabbi Taub, who
Rabbi
writes in
Blaustein.
Body Magazine each week.
I'm out of words. The schus, I came on late. I have to apologize, but the schus of listening to you say a story. This is like my highlight of the year that I was here tonight. Here you take 2 stories. And I want to tell all the kinderlach, I'm looking at all the names. I know so many of your parents. And Rabbi Blaustein, you said you're emotional. I'm emotional. It just is such a wave of nostalgia. I just want to tell all the kinderlach a story. And Rabbi Blaustein has heard me say this story many times because every time I see him, I tell him the story. But I repeat this story because I think about the story every single day, not just when I see Rabbi Blaustein. I was Zoche. I had the schus of having Rabbi Blaustein as my third grade Rebbe. The very first year he moved from Chicago, right? Chicago?
Bridgeport.
Bridgeport. Oh, the Zelbazar.
Yeah.
I had you in Camp Eitan, and then, of course, Camp Aguda before that. And I remember I was standing next to Chaim Ephraim Levine. Aaron Levine, Zecher Tzaddik v'Kadosh Livrocha, Lahad Ben Chaim L'Chaim, Rabbi Chani Levine's son, and my dear friend. We were standing by the third grade door on the first day of school. And we were so nervous because we knew in third grade, as you all know, what do you learn in third grade? As a boy, you learn Mishnayos. We were so nervous, and the classroom was dark, and we couldn't open the door. All of a sudden, you know, now I can say the old Eitz Chaim building, the doors, right? There's the office, there's the sandpaper wall, and then to the left, you have the door to the elementary school. The doors opened up, and Rabbi Blaustein was holding his schlüssel, his key to the first year of teaching third grade. I cannot tell all the kinderlach how every day I think about this. It was the first time I saw his slavos on a face of a person. I was in third grade, and I saw it. He was so excited to teach kinderlach Torah. And it made such an impression on me that ad hayom hazeh, until this day, every time, I'm rushing to shul, my payas are flying, I'm holding papers, and there's a kid next to me, and I'm in a bad mood, and I'm hitting the keys to the door of my shul with a frown, and I remember Rabbi Blaustein, his slavos, his excitement, your excitement, Rabbi Blaustein, your excitement in teaching and saying stories, and your love of every neshama is such a tremendous inspiration to all of us, and to me. I don't know what year that was. I think that was 2010, right? The first year that you taught in third grade.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to say Tehillim now.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I have to say something. There's one thing before I say Tehillim. For all the kinderlach, we're exiting Rosh Chodesh Shevat, and we said this morning in Hallel, Haktanim im Hagadolim, the children with the adults. And for the first time in my life, I realized this makes no sense. Nowhere else in Tanakh, there are so many brachas throughout Tanakh, Torah, Nevi'im, Ksuvim, David HaMelech, so many brachas. It never says, and also the children. And I asked someone in my shul after davening, what does this mean? Haktanim im Hagadolim. And he told me something very interesting. Haktanim im Hagadolim, that when you get older, you should always have the excitement of a child. And Rabbi Blaustein not only has the excitement of a child, but he brings out the excitement of children. I have to say one more story. I was driving with, I told Rabbi Blaustein before, I was driving with him in Camp Aguda once. I think he was delivering toilet paper Erev Shabbos to the bunkhouses. And he turns to me and he says, Moshe, wouldn't it be amazing if every day of the year we were in camp? And that also sticks with me always. And that's Rabbi Blaustein. He always had his slavos. He always gives us over so much love. And Rabbi Blaustein, you should have so many more years of telling us stories, and so many years of giving us a love of Torah and Yiddishkeit. And we're now going to say some Tehillim, followed by Achenu. Okay, so we're going to do, I think everybody sees it on their screen. That's Kapitel Kuf Lamed. I'm assuming that I do say it straight. I would encourage all the boys, all the kinderlach who are with us to open up a Tehillim to Kapitel 130, Kapitel Kuf Lamed. Shir Hamala is mi mamakim, kirasicha Adonai, Adonai yeshima v'kali, Tiana aznecha kashuvas l'kal tachanunai. Im Avonai is Tishmarya, Adonai mi yamod. Ki mecha aslicha limon tivarei. Kivisi Adonai, kiviso nafshi, v'lidvaroi ha'icholti, nafshi l'Adonai, mishamrim laboiker, shaymerim laboiker, Yachel Yisrael el Adonai, kim Adonai chesed v'arbei mai fidus. Vehu Yiftes Yisrael Mikol Avonosav.
Rabbi Taub, if I may, just before you sing Achenu, I know that Rabbi Taub's a Kohen. I imagine there's other kids who are Kohanim as well. How many kids are Kohanim? Right, can I see a raise of hands? How many kids are Kohanim? Do we see? Let me have a look. So I would ask everybody who's a Kohen to unmute themselves. I'd ask the director to allow people to unmute and just give the Birchas Kohanim. There's no Kohanim on. There's got to be some Kohanim. No hands? No Kohanim? Bas Kohen, maybe? No Kohanim. So then, Rabbi Taub, you're on your own. There is. I see. No, I don't see any other Kohanim. I see a Levi.
For all the kids that are on, we'll just start from Yivarechacha. We won't even start from the pasuk beforehand.
Okay. So anybody who's there's you did your altar. There it is. Right.
Oh, you did your altar.
Okay. So unmute and say it whispered along with Rabbi Taub.
I'm just gonna start from Yivarechacha. Is he on? Okay, you ready?
He is. He's ready.
He's ready? Okay, I'm going to start from Yivarecha. You ready? Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Yo'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Typically, we start with a pasuk before and a pasuk afterwards, but the bracha should be Halylah Yafa from Shemayim. Are we going to say one more kapitel, I believe? Or
okay.
Achenu.
Let's go to Achenu. It's 8:06. We're a little bit after time, so we'll go to Achenu.
Can everybody unmute yourselves and we could sing it together? Is that done?
We could try. It's a little bit clipped. But we could try if everybody sings Achenu, and while they sing Achenu, I'm going to freeze the pain. You go ahead, and then we're going to have a laugh.
Tell me.
I'm going to sing it.
I'm going to sing it. I'm sorry that you have to listen to it.
No.
Achenu Israel, Hanesonim Atzara One more time.
Next Monday, Mir Tashem.
7:30.
7:30.
Another great story.
Another good one in Hashem.
Thank you so much all for coming on. Along you one more time to say thank you to Rabbi Blaustein. Everybody should have a good Shabbos.
Have a great Shabbos, Parshas Va'era, with all plates.
Moshe Taub, please text me
Good
your
Good Shabbos. 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 Shabbos.
Shabbos, Rabbi Blaustein.
Good Shabbos. That sounds like a good friend of
Mitch
mine.
Zolty, Shandy says hi.
Okay. Good Shabbos, California. Hello, California. Good Shabbos. Raise your hand.
Hey, good Shabbos.
People, raise your hand. And Aaron. California, the Valley.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Okay.
I get Shabbos again.